Testing, 1, 2, 3. Got it. Are we ready? Okay. I'd like to call to order the Lewis County Board of County Commissioners business meeting of Monday, April 30th, 2018. We have a quorum with all three commissioners present. Flag salute. Why don't we have Sean Bell do the flag salute?
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We're moving to public comment. James Siborowski.
Hi, James Siborowski, Winlock. I'd like to have an item put on the agenda. It's going to be a little more than 3 minutes regarding an issue with the residents out in Winlock that I've been working with Bill Teitzel from Code Enforcement with. It's going to, I think, require some work with the commissioners together. It's basically an illegal trailer park where they dump trash and waste from the motorhomes that are not connected to any sewage whatsoever. So if we could get an agenda on the agenda to discuss it a little more thoroughly, that'd be great.
Okay. So we can schedule a meeting outside of here with the commissioners and Bill.
Okay.
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 Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
And I don't see you put your phone number here, so if we're trying to reach you or email, so. There we go. Oops, I think we had another.
You have it?
Sean Bell.
Good morning, Commissioners. Sean Bell with RES Americas, and I'm from Portland, Oregon. I want to give you a little update on where things stand on the Skookumchuck Wind Energy Project, which is 137 megawatts to be built on Weyerhaeuser land out south of the steam plant. Things are moving along. We're in the engineering phase of the project. We're 60%, is what considered 60% complete on our engineering design, which means that we start looking for contractors and we start not formally going out for bids, but giving folks heads up, that this is going to be coming down the pipe. We're still working on the finalization of the right-of-way, which is the piece of the project that will take the power from the project into the tonal substation. There's some shuffling around, if you will, on that. We hope to get that cleared up here in the next couple of weeks. And the biggest piece of news is that we do have a tentative scoping date, which is May 9th, I believe, in this very room. Res will be here to engage with the participants, whoever wants to come, and then probably do a little short, maybe a PowerPoint or something like that, on how renewable energy works and how wind farms are put together. So that's what I have for you this morning. Any questions?
Thank you, Mr. Bell.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, I make a motion to approve two consent items. That the first is the approval of the April 23rd, 2018 business meeting minutes, and then the second is 18-145, that is approval of warrants.
Second.
Good morning,
Smith.
Commissioners. Suzette Smith, Chief Accountant, Auditor's Office, here to present to you Resolution Number 18-145. This is the weekly approval of claims against the various county departments. Last week, we issued 199 regular warrants, number 789635 through 789773, and 789811 through 789870, for a total of $1,175,672.81. We note the following warrants as a skip in sequence. These warrants were issued on behalf of our special purpose districts, number 789774 through 789810. Any questions?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This is it.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the consent agenda, the approval of minutes of April 23rd, 2018, and Resolution 18145. Any comments or questions? All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carried.
I move to approve the deliberation items beginning with Resolution 18-146 through 18-153.
Second.
Mr. Smith.
Good morning, Commissioners. Archie Smith with Lewis County Human Resources. I'm here to present item number 18-146 and 147. Item 146 is to appoint Stephen Wayne Whiten as the Risk and Safety Administrator. Basically, the county commissioners, with the loss of Paulette Young, who resigned her position, we went out and
When you said
recruited.
loss for a second, I
She, with her resignation, how's that? She is still alive and well down in Arizona, as last I heard. But the commissioners went out and advertised for this position, and they have selected Stephen Wayne Whiten to replace her. Effective, his first day is tomorrow, it is officially May 1st, but he is here in the audience today to observe the resolution.
Why don't
We have him come up,
Yes, Steve, come on up.
Don't be shy.
Yes.
and we're not going to call you Steve.
Good morning.
Morning.
So,
So what do you want to be called? What's your?
Wayne, I go by Wayne.
Wayne. Okay.
And I'm a junior, so
Wayne Whitten Jr.
yeah, Wayne White, yes.
Could you tell folks where you've been working until you start tomorrow here?
So for the last 5 years, I was employed by the Educational Service District 113 in Tumwater. So we supported 45 school districts in 5 counties. And so I've visited all the county, Lewis County school districts and supported their occupational safety and health risk management. So very excited to be here.
Thank you. Thank
We're
you.
excited to have you.
Yes, we are.
Thank you.
Thank you, Wayne.
All right. Resolution number 18-147 is to authorize the initial placement of a casual risk administrator on the salary grid, the 13-step M grid, for non-represented extra help. And this is to basically what we are doing as part of the transition for the risk administrator from Paulette to Wayne, is that we are using Paulette as a resource, and we are paying for that resource, but we have brought her on as a casual employee to cover those. So if we need, or what assistance we need, then we will access her and get that information and do the transition that way. And it'll be on a casual basis, not to exceed 5 months.
Okay.
Any questions?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Napier.
Good morning, Lee Napier, Director of Community Development, speaking on the next agenda item, which is Resolution 18148, and it's approval of an interlocal agreement between Lewis County and the City of Chehalis, and this is for work related to co-managing the urban growth area. And so this will replace the language from 2006 that was terminated by the county, and so this will be a new agreement starting effective once this board takes action, actually tomorrow. It will take effect. So beginning May 1, and will be an instrument that we will use for the next 5 years to guide co-managing the urban growth area. And the City of Chehalis considered this and accepted it last Monday.
Lee, I want to take a moment and just say thank you to you and your staff for working so hard on this. Took us, 2 years, I think, to come up with the agreement that we have.
Yeah, this was my goal for 2017 to finish.
And we've got Jill Anderson in the audience with us. And Jill, I just want to say we're very excited that we've been able to put this agreement together. And as I stated at the city council meeting, I believe that a healthy Chehalis means for a healthy Lewis County.
Yes.
And so we're very excited about this. We're looking forward to the future. I think we have a bright future together, and just really gratified that we were able to come to an agreement on this. So thank you for all your work as well, and your staff.
Would you like to come up and say anything?
Chair Fund and members of the commission. Just want to thank you for your patience and diligence in getting this adopted, as well as Lee and her staff and so many departments that participated in this. It did take a little longer, I think, than we all wanted, but it provided a great opportunity for not only the city of Chehalis and the county staff to work together, but also other cities as well. So I think the time has been well spent, and it will facilitate faster activity and communication in the future. So thank you for your support of that. Thank you to the staff. We look forward to working with you and agree that when we all do well, when one city does well, everybody does well. So we're looking forward to a very prosperous future.
Thank you, Jill.
Thank you
so much.
Yes. I have to say the same thing as Commissioner Jackson. This has been a high priority for us, and it's really nice when we have something with it done. It's done. Thank you. Mr. Anderson.
Good morning, Commissioners. JP Anderson, Deputy Director, Lewis County Public Health and Social Services. I'm here to present Resolution 18-149. This is to approve professional services contract between Lewis County Work Opportunities and Lewis County. This is a contract that was awarded after a competitive process at the end of 2017. Makes provisions for them to provide services to homeless clients that are having barriers to employment. And so that's some additional local funds in order to overcome those barriers and help them find paying jobs through Lewis County Work Opportunities.
So are they jobs in the community that?
They are. They're local jobs, and it's a program that's been going on for several years. They get a lot of other funding through various state agencies for that work. This is how we support them, serve that population that has kind of higher level of barrier, but is looking to kind of start that recovery process with a job. So it's something we support strongly.
Thank you.
Thank you, JP.
Thank you, JP.
Good morning, Bill Teitzel, Lewis County Public Health, Environmental Services Division. I'll be talking about resolution number 18-150, which is the local solid waste financial assistance grant from the state of Washington Department of Ecology. This contract works with local jurisdictions such as public health to perform enforcement and permitting activities related to solid waste. The goal of this grant is to provide funding assistance for local governments in planning and implementing some programs. The grant cycle is for July 1, 2017 through July 30th, 2018. However, we will not be charging any cost to 2017 because it's just a financial nightmare. The reason for this is because it was one of the victims of the state capital budget, so it didn't get approved. However, we can charge after January 1, 2018, and we think that we can utilize all the grant-funded funds for the next 6 quarters. This also covers investigation and enforcement of solid waste activities, including littering, junk vehicles, and general solid waste. The ecology share for the grant is $81,463, and there's a matching from Lewis County, which is being paid by the Public Works Division for $27,154.33 for a total eligible cost of $108,617.33. Any questions?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bill.
Thank you, Bill.
It's nice when we're getting money, not spending it. Yes. Yes. Mr. Martin.
Good morning, Commissioners. This is Eric Martin, Lewis County Public Works, speaking to resolutions 18-151 through 18-153. The first is approve project agreements and or amendments between Lewis County and the Recreation and Conservation Office, RCO, for 4 fish passage restoration projects. So these are culverts on county roads, 4 of them, one at Middle Fork Road, milepost 707, and the money received for that is $525,000. Prairie Creek, which is on Bunker Creek Road at milepost 5678, and the money received for that is $768,194. Fraze Creek, which is on Pigeon Springs Road at milepost 0.50. Money received is $594,591. And Scammon Creek, which is Graff Road, this is an amendment to the Graff Road funding for an additional $90,000 that we'll receive. So grand total for all those is $1,977,785 we're going to be receiving from RCO. And I just want to give a lot of credit to Ann Weckbach and Rod Lakey, Malcolm Bowie, and Tim Fife for their hard work on these projects to get this funding. It's a good deal for Lewis County. Any questions?
It's good.
Resolution 18-152, approve an interlocal agreement between Lewis County and the Port of Chehalis regarding work by Public Works staff and authorizing signatures thereon. This is culvert work as well. We've agreed, or the Port of Chehalis has requested, and we have agreed to do engineering work for 2 culvert projects that they have, one there on Borvik Road and one there on Bishop Road, which are also fish passage barrier structures that will be funded by RCO. So I think the port got funding on those ones, and we're helping them out with the engineering. It's about $110,000 worth of work that we're going to do for them. Any questions? The last one is Resolution 18-153. List bids received and contractors selected for the culvert material purchase. CMP 1603 Stearns Creek Tributary and CMP 1604 Prairie Creek Barrier Removal Projects. So these are both projects that I just mentioned before about the funding that we were receiving for those, but these are material purchases. So we actually go out and purchase the concrete culverts beforehand and then bid the project with the materials already purchased. So total for this bid was, the low bidder was Columbia Precast. They're out of Woodland. And it was $284,985.47. The engineer's estimate was $269,500, which is about a 6% difference, so that's not too bad. We like to come in under engineer's estimate, but sometimes we don't, so this isn't that much over. So, any questions? Thank you.
Thank you, Eric.
Thank you, Eric.
Eric, are you doing the Vader water? Thank you.
That should have been removed from
okay.
the
one that was
from the agenda. It did? Okay.
Not on mine, but
Thanks.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the deliberation items starting with Resolution 18-146 through 154. Any comments or questions before?
Excuse me. 153.
53. I really crossed that out. Any comments or questions? All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Good of the order. Any good of the order from commissioners? Okay. Press conference. Any comments or questions from the press? Susan, you're turning around, and Alex. And we have a relatively new reporter for Lewis County here, and that's Alex. And you've been here like a month or so? 2 months, so welcome. Well, I have 2 things I wanted to say.
Commissioner Fund, can we just go back real quick? We've got the Vader Parade this coming weekend, this Saturday, and then also Packwood, the fun. Is it called the Fun Festival? There's about
May Day or something.
Yeah, whatever it is, and they also have a parade. So be a lot of weekend activities in both cities. So
we're trying to be at both.
If you don't want to mow your lawn, or put shelves together from Costco or anything like that, and head up there this weekend. So.
And doesn't the Packwood Mountain Festival start on Friday night?
Yes, it does.
Yes, so you get 3 a night and 2 full days.
And Commissioner Stamper, you have a lyrical way of explaining things.
Yes,
I was meeting with Eric Martin on Friday, and we were sitting in a meeting, and Gary came over and stuck his head in and looked around and spoke to everybody and said, the things you see when you hadn't got a gun. We don't know what that means, but we said that to each other the rest of the days. Every time we saw something, the things you see when you don't have a gun.
Well, that's what my dad told me years ago.
Okay.
Well, I wanted to announce, and I know it's been in the newspaper, I think on Saturday, that the Office of the Chehalis Basin now has a director, and that's Andrea McNamara Doyle, who worked for Public Disclosure in the past. And we interviewed her through Maya Bellum, the ecology director, about a week ago. And Maya, I think we had like 11 candidates initially, and then it was narrowed down to 2. And so Andrea's starting. She is starting tomorrow. So we now have a director. Something that just came out last week is the Lewis County Farm Guide, the new guide for this year. If any of you remember, a farm guide was done last year with Farm Bureau, Discover Lewis County, and WSU. And now we have 62 farms listed, and there's a map, and it's from one end of Lewis County to the other. And it's a wonderful collaborative effort, and it also talks about where you could have farm-to-table dinners in addition to buying produce and the farmers markets, which we have 7 of now. And the last announcement, this Friday is the mayor's meeting, and we are going to be talking about broadband technology again. And former Senator Kirk Pearson, who's the state director of the USDA, is coming at 9 o'clock, along with all of our mayors and other constituents. And he will be joined by a representative from the Department of Commerce as well as the governor's office. So if you're interested in broadband for all of Lewis County, this is a program that we've been wanting for a long time. And there's several grants and things out there. We just need to get organized. And Kirk Pearson from USDA has said that President Trump's 2 priorities, one is rural broadband, the other is opioid epidemic. So anyway, look forward to Friday once again here at 9 o'clock. Okay, anything else?
With no further business, I make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to adjourn. Did you want to say something, Ron? Okay, we'll hold off.
We'll hold off.
Yes.
Ron Averill, Centralia area, and I want to talk about the Flood Authority small project that we're involved in. I didn't come up during the press because I'm not press. So, at any rate, some time ago we did a project within the Flood Authority to look at all of the gauges that we have around the basin, the Chehalis Basin, to provide us warning of flooding activities that because of weather. And we discovered over 3,000 gauges that are out there. Not all of them government, a lot of them are private. But one of the things that we did in our discussion with the USGS and NOAA and others that own these gauges is that many of them had a datum that went back all the way to the 80s and earlier, and that when we started to look at the accuracy of the gauges, we discovered that there were many that had significant marks that did not indicate the actual level of the flood. And so in meetings with all of the agencies, what we've done is we are now standardizing the gauges throughout the basin. We did not want to do this during the rainy season because the emergency management people depend on those gauge readings that they've been using for years and years. And we felt that if we did it early in the spring, that by the time we come up to the next season, we will have everybody notified of what the new actual readings are, and it will be better for them. And we had a meeting last week with all of them, and they are, USGS is starting to update the gauges. They're interestingly, 2 of the worst ones were gauges that belong to USGS on the Skookumchuck and the Chehalis River in Centralia. One of them was off a full foot, and the other a little bit less than that. But those are now going to be updated, and that should give us a better idea of inundation levels when we make those corrections to the charts. So, and we've been working with Steve Mansfield in your emergency management office and others in the basin as we move toward this. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ron.
Thank you, Ron.
Okay. All in favor of the adjournment, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. We are adjourned. Thank you for coming.